Guys, and a big welcome back to the wonderful world of The Sims 4, where we're doing another speed build today. This is the first I've done in a little while, so I'm going to have to kind of figure out what I'm doing here for a second as far as what I'm talking about. This is just it's kind of like a big Victorian house in the style anyway. I just wanted this house to be just plain white on the outside, though. I wanted it to be really bright and really almost inviting. This house is meant to be for vampires, so it does use a lot of the vampire stuff pack. And I think I will also be doing a smaller home build that'll include the vampire stuff pack and the vintage glamour stuff pack, as well as base game. I haven't really decided yet exactly what that's going to look like, but I do plan on doing that. This build was something, though, that I had in mind just because I wanted there to be an aspect of there being like a good vampire, almost like Glinda the Good Witch from The Wizard of Oz. That was kind of the inspiration for this. So I imagine that there would be a good vampire living here. Somebody who probably likes a lot of pinks, who enjoys really bright colors, and really doesn't look at being a vampire as being part of the undead or part of something that is really scary. They take it as an opportunity to live their life as they please and live their life in a very colorful way. So we've got this really beautiful house here, and I struggled with the roofing. I always struggle with the roofing, but even more so here because I wasn't sure if I liked that little bit in the front that almost didn't match the rest of the house. It's got this little diagonal piece that just kind of doesn't even make much sense on the third floor, but overall, when I finished it all up, everything, I was pretty happy about it. So we'll just deal with it. It's kind of odd looking right now, but you'll see later on. It begins to fit in with the house, and everything begins to look good, especially after I take that little piece off. I was just trying way too hard to use all of the vampire stuff pack, or game pack rather, all of its items, or as much as I could. So I really didn't need that there, and we will remove it later on and put a regular, I think it's a round window that will go there. I also enjoy using these little pieces here because there's something I kind of forget about, little roof pieces, and they add like a touch of detail that you wouldn't even really think of to use a lot of the time, but then they make the house look so much more. So whenever I remember to use them, it always turns out great. I really tried to pay good attention to detail here. As far as this house goes, I think all of the framework is done with the white and black. I tried to pay attention to that. And I also put in a lot of really large windows. These, what would they be called? Stained glass windows. Sorry, I could not think of what they were called. Those stained glass windows on the side there are actually from Get Together, I think, and I thought they really complemented the rest of the house very well. Once again, I was trying to use some more of the vampire windows, but they just did not go with this house, so we'll try to use them in a different build. The regular windows there that I've been using throughout the house, I think, are the best that came with this game pack. They're very traditional, very classic, and I love building Victorian homes because a Victorian home is my dream home. This would be really close to what my dream home would look like. I don't know that I would like a white exterior wall, but something kind of close to that would be okay. I love this fencing here. That would definitely be something that I would want to have in my home. I think, though, that I would rather it to be black fencing. I would rather it be black fencing. I don't know what I just said there a second ago, if that made sense. I'm sorry, you guys. This is still really early in the morning. I just got up. That's probably, if you can tell, my voice is kind of, not really warmed up yet. But my family's here and they wanted to hang out today, so I wanted to get a couple more videos done for the week. So these are pre-recorded, and it's the weekend right now. And I wanted to be able to get several videos done this weekend so that we could have some for the week, because I do have class this week, and I have 2 exams on Monday, and do I have something else? I feel like I have something else later in the week, but I'm forgetting. I just had a presentation this past week, so I know it's not that. Oh well, I'll remember in like the dead of the night tonight that I'm supposed to be doing something for class. Anyway, though, just back to the house, because, you know, I love to ramble. It's something that I cannot help. Anyway, though, I really like the placement of the chimney there that I figured out. It's like in the little weird roof crease. I really like it, though. It looks very quirky. I did try to place these, what are they? Are they romantic garden columns? I think they are. They're very, like, old, traditional, like, expensive looking columns there, and they just did not go with this house. They were too much, way too much. So instead I used some of the columns from the base game, and it looked way better. I really like the, what's it called? The stuff that goes above the fencing around the porch. I don't know what that's called. I have no idea what it's called. Anyway, though, it came, the type that I used there on this house actually came with the new vampire stuff. So, utilizing a lot of vampire stuff, because I did want to see, you know, what different styles we could get with something that was, you know, mainly supposed to be really goth looking. Speaking of, I do plan on doing a speed build of a new house for the goths actually pretty soon. So because if you haven't yet, you can check out on my channel. I do have a Let's Play Vampires series, and it does feature the goth family from the base game, like the Sims 4 base game. When you download them, they have their own house already, so they're already a family in the game. And I wanted to be able to use those characters because, I mean, they appear, you know, in a lot of people's Let's Plays as like little extra characters, and I thought it'd be really interesting to like delve into their story. So that's what we're doing in that Let's Play. And now we have made them, well, they started out as vampires in my Let's Play. I went ahead and made them vampires before I started. And so they're vampires, and they're kind of exploring the vampire world, and we're leveling them up and doing the vampire achievements, or seeing how to do the vampire achievements. So it's pretty interesting if you want to go check that out. And this house here maybe will appear in the Let's Play with some good vampires in it. I think I've said before that maybe Alexander, when he ages up, his love interest might live here. Don't know. Or some friends for Cassandra, because Cassandra does plan on being a good vampire, so I guess we will see. Anyway, though, I do plan on doing a build for the goths here in Forgotten Hollow as well. I may do that, though, at the top of the hill where Vlad lives, and I'll just, you know, move him out, evict him. Maybe we might build a little house for Vlad. Just because I feel kind of bad, because I mean, I do use him a little bit in the Let's Play as far as the vampire training goes, and I mean, he turned us, so I would feel bad just kicking him out of his house and not having him have anywhere to live. So I may do that. I may create a little, maybe like a cabin in I don't know, I may put him in on the island in Windenburg. That sounds like, I mean, he's a pretty reclusive guy, so that could be something interesting if he had like a little cabin in the woods there. Huh. He could lure his victims there. That's okay, yeah. That's probably what I'm gonna do. That was a good idea. Anyway, as you can see now from the furnishing on the exterior, we're kind of going with some lighter colors. The chairs there are white. A lot of flowers around this house. I imagine that maybe the vampire that lives here has a resistance to sunlight, so they really enjoy being outdoors and planting a lot of flowers, and the flowers will also be on the inside of the house as well. And the colors of the furniture on the exterior of the house kind of set a tone for the interior, in that nothing's going to be really dark. There are some dark woods in the dining area, but that's about it. The rest of the house is pretty bright, pretty lit up, as far as color scheme goes anyway. I do have some bad news, though, as far as this video goes. The second floor, which is where all the bedrooms are, actually did not get recorded. But, I mean, that's kind of okay. The bedrooms are nothing special. Because this house doesn't have characters ready for it to be, like, ready for them to move in yet. I didn't do bedrooms that were based on any specific characters and what they liked. I just did some, different color themed bedrooms. So they're pretty normal bedrooms. Nothing, really super interesting in them anyway. Beds, vanities in one of them. Couple of other bedroom items. So we will go through, I think, in the video, and you can see where I've done the bedrooms, but I didn't actually record that, and that was actually an accident. It was mainly because I'm a moron and I forgot to start the recording back again. Whenever I save, I actually stop the recording and start a new video, just in case something like this were to happen, so that at least I don't lose more than one section of the video anyway, or so I don't lose a whole entire video, because I have had times where my computer crashed and I've lost the entire video that I worked on, including the house that I was building. So I no longer do just the one long video. I do it in like segments, so I will do section here, section there, and it'll be usually done by rooms, but for some reason in this house I decided to do it by floor level. So I did the first floor, and then I did the exterior, then I did the first floor, then I did the second floor, and then I did the third floor, all in different little files, and I ended up forgetting to record the second floor. So whenever I went and saved for the first floor, I stopped the recording, and then I had forgotten to restart the recording whenever I went to the second floor, and I actually contemplated deleting everything I had done in the second floor to re-record, but I was like, oh no, that's so much work. And I'm trying really hard to get more than one video, or multiple videos, definitely more than one, multiple videos ready for the week, so I just could not do that. I could not bear to do that. I had a little bit of a hard time with the flooring there. I did skip all over that though, where I was trying to play with that new patterned hardwood floor. It just was not working out. So you didn't see anywhere I actually tried out a bunch of different ways to use it with different styles of wood, so it wouldn't just be that patterned wood in there. But it did not work out for me, so I decided to just go with the entire floor being that patterned wood, and I thought it was okay. I love that vintage glamour wallpaper still. I am still in love with it. And the new base game wallpapers are pretty good too. I did utilize one of those in one of the bedrooms. As far as there being children in this house, I don't know that this house would have any children. I'm imagining that the youngest would maybe be a teenager, and everyone anybody else that lives here would be an adult, and possibly or a young adult or an adult. So yeah, we didn't really place any kid items in this house, so you could feel free to do that if you download it and want to have kids in this house. This upstairs room here could actually be the master bedroom, but it is where I placed the coffins for the people who would live here, and I just placed in 2 coffins there because I figure the youngest person that lives here maybe one of the bedrooms is a guest bedroom. That's what I was thinking. And there's only 2 vampires that live here right now. I don't know. Anyway, though, there's only 2 coffins in the upstairs room that you'll see later, and you can see here we're just working on the main living room, just off the foyer, I guess. I was having a hard time finding the chair that matches this couch, and I don't know why. But I could not get the color right, so I just used a plain white chair there, because usually, in normal people's houses, not all of their furniture is the exact same thing, so it made sense to have one of the chairs in there a different style or a different color. So we did do that. I know it's kind of weird that the TV is not over the mantle, but I actually saw that in, where did I see that? It was on TV somewhere, a house where they had a fireplace, but the TV was actually off to a different angle, so you could enjoy the fireplace without having to actually look at it. Which, there's nothing wrong with looking at the fireplace, but, if you want to have bigger items up on your mantle like this. We actually have a mantle in my living room at the house I grew up in, and we don't have the TV above it. And even the house that I'm living in now that I think about it, we don't have the TV above the mantle here either. We have a fireplace in the living room, and the TV is not above the fireplace. That's interesting. I wonder if it's like that in a lot of people's houses, and I just haven't noticed or haven't thought about it. Because this is the first time I've ever put a mantle in the living room and not put the TV above it. And I don't know why, because I mean, apparently I don't live that way. Anyway, though, I did place in this jukebox, but then I decided that I was not liking it in this room. It was getting a little tacky for some reason, and I just was not feeling it. So I actually decided to move it to the dining area, and it made a little bit more sense in there. I do remove that city living chair, though, so don't worry. That chair I'm going to get rid of, and I will put in a more suitable chair. I thought it needed, somewhere a little different to sit in the dining area. If you wanted to grab a book and sit there next to the jukebox or listen to some music, you could sit there and do that in that chair. I did also put in the pipe organ in this house as well, just because I really like that item. There's really no particular reason I put that in here, but I thought it did look pretty good. So, we leave that there in the little hallway, and then in here we just have the dining area where I just place some items in the corner, like the city living boxes and some kitchen type. I mean, those would be like dishes in like china. That's what I was trying to think of. The really expensive, nice dishes in a cabinet. So a china cabinet, I guess that would probably be what it was called. I have no excuse for how dumb I get sometimes. I love this wallpaper here from the vampire stuff. That color is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, and that rug, I could die over that rug. That's just gorgeous, absolutely. It reminds me of Marie Antoinette. It's very, very expensive looking, and very, very feminine looking as well. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this stuff pack, or this game pack, actually. I like screamed when I found out this pack was coming out. I was so excited about it. I didn't actually think I would get a lot of usage out of this green cabinetry here. Even though the cabinets at the house that I grew up in actually has, they're like green colored. They're more, I don't know, they're not the same color as these. They're a little bit more like an olive color, I think. So they're a little different, but I didn't think I would get a lot of usage out of these, like I was saying, and I actually really like them in this kitchen. They bring another color into the house that I hadn't thought of before, and I don't know, I really like this. I like the way this kitchen is set up. This is probably my favorite kitchen that I've done in a long time. And I was trying to get the items placed where I wanted to, so I just sat a lot of different stuff up there at first to try to take up some of the little slots there on the top of the cabinet, or on top of the counter, so I could get them placed exactly where I wanted them to. Probably could have done that an easier way, but I don't know. I think I was being a little lazy, so I was just trying to figure out the quickest way to do that. The column there could be painted something different than what, the regular walls are painted, but, whatever. And that was where I was showing that I had done the bedrooms, but I had forgotten to record them. So, feel free to go back and pause and take a look. There will be screenshots at the end, so you will be able to see all the bedrooms. I apologize for forgetting to record that section, but they are all done, and they're all on the second floor there, as well as a little, study nook as soon as you get up the top of the stairs from the first floor. So there's a little study nook down there, and all of the bedrooms and a bathroom are down there. So now we're just up on the top level here, where we've got another sitting area and the coffin area. So this would be, where everybody would sleep. Usually, and the bedrooms downstairs would be more like for show, or for, when humans come over and you want to have your friends hang out in a room. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing right there. I think maybe my boyfriend called or something. I don't remember. So I was just answering the phone and I forgot to pause the recording. Anyway, though, I did put in that pot from, what was it? like the spooky stuff pack, maybe something like that. I did put that in there, and instead of curtains I actually use these really tall chairs to cover up the windows there. So we do get a little light from the one window there behind that spooky cauldron, but not a lot of light in this room, and I wanted to keep it that way. There was a big open space here in the middle, and I didn't really know what to put there, so I just didn't put anything there. So we did have, you know, a little sitting area in there as well. And we're now in the screenshots where you can see all the rooms and all of the different color schemes we've got going on. A lot of plant life in this house, a lot of very traditional items. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. You know, I haven't been recording lately, so I was a little tentative about doing this house because it's a little bit of it's a little bit difficult of a house to do. It's not a plain modern house. It's very traditional, and you know, we're going through all the bedrooms now. You can see everything going on. You know, the scheme isn't as easy as a modern house would be, so I mean, not that a modern house is super easy too, but you know what I mean. Anyway, though, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I really hope you enjoy it. You can always download all of my creations on the gallery under Abigail Lane. I really need to change that to AbbygailGames so you guys can find it more easily. But you can see the tag down below in the description. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And if you have any ideas for me to you know, build any new type of places or houses or restaurants or anything, please let me know. Or any new Let's Plays or gameplays of any video games, let me know as well. Anyway, thank you again, and I will talk to you guys soon.